For our next example, we want to take a composite function and reverse engineer what were the pieces that made up that composition. So in this case, we know what h of x is. H of x is this composition, the square root of x squared minus 4 plus 3. We want to know what the pieces f and g were that would make up this function if in that composition. So there's a couple answers here. And so the idea, though, you start with your h of x. And remember, what do we mean by f composed with g? We mean f of g of x. Now, let me just give you a little bit of idea where we're going with this. The f is the later operations, and the g are the early operations. So let me write early operations. And then the f is going to be the later operations. So just giving you a feel of the different components of how it's going to go into this composition. So g is going to be the early stuff, f is going to be the later stuff. So let's go ahead and just see an answer. So here's f and here's g. Now remember, you want, when g gets plugged into f, you want to get h back. So just imagine plugging a number into h here. So if you plugged a number like 2, you would square 2 and subtract that from 4. So 2 squared is 4, 4 minus 4 is 0, square root of 0 is 0 plus 3. And so g is going to take on those early operations. So let's make g equal to x squared minus 4. Let's let it do all those early operations. And then f is going to do the rest of the operations. And so we still have to take a square root, and then we want to add 3. Now there are multiple answers. This is just one possible answer. And so let's do another one. Another possibility for f and g. All right, so we want g to take on the early operations, and depending on how many of the early operations we want to take on, we could actually take on all of these operations, x squared minus 4, and then the f could just add the 3. All right, there's lots of choices. So these are just 2 of them. There's actually more. So let me give you a couple more. Here's f and here's g. Now g is going to take on the early operations. So let's just let g do the x squared, and then f would take on all the rest. It would subtract 4 from the x squared, and then it would take the square root, and it would add 3. So there's another one. Now, can you think of any more? Have we done all possible ones? Let's think. So we got the square root of x squared minus 4. We have the square root of x squared. So we have the x squared minus 4. We've got just the plain x squared. There are those are the basic ones, definitely. I would say this one would be for the smart aleck students who understand the concept and they're just giving you a hard time. So here we go. Here it is. This is a solution. Now, it's not a good solution. It's kind of like what we call a trivial solution. And so the composition here, this is just the identity function. And so g gets plugged into f, and you just get exactly h back. You put everything into g, and then make x just the identity function. So these are the 3 non-trivial cases, and it just depends on how many operations you want to put with g compared to f. But if you do the composite, if you plug that into there, you get h. If you plug this, take this whole thing and plug it right there, you get h. If you take all that stuff, plug it right there, you get h back. Thank you.